there's a purpose.
God created you for a purpose, and that purpose must come to pass. Enough is enough. Stand up, leave them behind. Tell them I'm going somewhere.
Somebody is holding a position until the right owner comes. Somebody here must go home with a blessing.
I will overtake them. I will overtake them. If you believe that, shout hallelujah.
Christ in you is the hope of glory. Behold, I give unto you power.
Mark chapter 3, reminding you that we have gone through the Gospel of Luke, the perfect man. We are now in the Gospel of Mark, the perfect servant. In chapter 3 of Mark, read 1 to 6. Jesus, authority over traps. The authority of Jesus over traps. Read.
And he entered again into the synagogue, and there was a man there which had a withered hand. And they watched him, whether he would heal him on the Sabbath day, that they might accuse him. And he said unto the man which had the withered hand, stand forth. And he said unto him, then, is it lawful to do good on the Sabbath days, or to do evil, to save life, or to kill? But they held their peace. And when he had looked round about on them with anger, being grieved for the hardness of their heart, he said unto the man, stretch forth thy hand. And he stretched it out, and his hand was restored whole as the other. And the Pharisees went forth straightway, took counsel with the Herodians against him, how they might destroy him.
Glory be to God. They held their peace because they can't do anything. I will give you 3 lessons as we are expecting every trap to be dissolved. Every trap dissolved. They can't catch you. They will not catch your family. Neither will they catch your business. Jesus' authority over traps. Take your seat. Three vital truths in these few verses. 3. Number 1, read from verse 1 to 3.
And he entered again into the synagogue, and there was a man which had a withered hand. And they watched him, whether he would heal him on the Sabbath day, that they might accuse him. And he said unto the man which had the withered hand, stand forth.
Lesson number 1. Church, are you hearing me? Yes, you can stand if you feel so. But I want you to hear me. Lesson number 1 is this. He said unto the withered man, stand forth. It's a command. Whether devil like it or not, you will stand forth. We you will stand on the truth and defend the truth. You will stand on your faith and defend your faith. Jesus said, stand forth. I want you to download it. Download it in you. Listen to this. If you keep your faith, Jesus will keep your life. I repeat. If you stand and keep your faith, Jesus will keep your life. Trap is not a new vocab. It's a common word. Trap. By the way, you know that devil as a roaring lion, going about seeking whom he will trap. As I'm speaking to you now, devil is laying traps on this wicked world and is catching so many. As I'm talking now, some people are in the trap, minus you. Stand forth. On the truth of your faith. I can give you instances, both in the Bible and these days, of men and women of God who stand on the truth. They stand forth in season and out of season. Let me give you a few. One in the Bible. You know this story. Just to remind you. You know in Daniel chapter 3, you know what happened. There was this king in Nebuchadnezzar. I don't know what came on him. He built a golden image and gave a command that everyone in his domain will bow and worship man-made God. Many people gathered in that field to worship Nebuchadnezzar God. That day, Nebuchadnezzar was there to watch the jamboree of worship. And they were worshiping because he told them, if you hear the music, are you not hearing the music these days? So many music going on. Music of juvenile delinquency. Our youths, not here, not our own youths. I trust our own youths. They are brought up from the cradle. They can preach. Juvenile delinquency. Youths are going crazy in this nation and all over the nation. They don't care. They are throwing away the ancient boundaries. Talk about salvation, they tell you another thing. Music. Music of pop music. My boy lollipop. All those kind of music. Baba, bonsoir. Why are you laughing? Don't you hear the music here and there? Ọmọ pupa o, ọmọ pupa lèmi fẹ́. Music. People are dancing. And Nebuchadnezzar said, if you hear my music, you bow. And music went on. And everybody bowed on the floor. And Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, you remember their own song. We shall never worship God. Never worship God. Shall never worship
God. Oh, God.
We shall never worship man-made God. We shall never worship dollar and pound and the euro. We shall never worship naira. They are all man-made God. We shall never worship man-made God. And in that field, everybody bowed. 3 of them were standing. Stand forth. Nebuchadnezzar said, what is going on here? In my domain? Who are those 3 people standing? He was told there are 3 Hebrews. They don't care to worship your God. Nebu said, in this kingdom, okay, I give them one more chance. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, you are handsome boys. Save your life. If you hear the music one more time, worship. If not, they said to him, O king, live forever. But let it be clear unto you, our standing is not in vain. We are older than your God. We know the day goldsmith molded the tin. We have Almighty God. Yahweh is his name. Jehovah of Israel. The omnipotent, omniscient, omnipresent. The Almighty I am. Who said to us, thou shalt not worship any other God. Nebu, we can't worship your God. You know this story. Nebuchadnezzar said, do you know the consequences? Whatever may be the consequences, do you hear what we said? We can't worship your God. Nebu said, you are joking. Firemen, kindle the fire 7 times. And I perceived the fire was kindled, raising it up to the perfected place. And Nebu said, Shadrach, Meshach, Abednego, are you changing your mind now? They said to him, for what? You mean because of your fire? Your fire is nothing to compare with the burning hell, our own fire. And if you don't take time, our own fire will burn you. I speak to you people, whosoever you are, watching this telecast. If you are worshiping another God, there is fire God prepared, and it will burn you forever and ever. You better stand forth to genuine faith. He said who? I will know that God. He said his name is what? Jehovah. I will know who will deliver you from my hand. I perceive they reminded Nebuchadnezzar. Nebu, let me tell you more about this our God. You see this your fire? Our God opened the Red Sea, so he can command that water from Red Sea to quench your fire. Nebuchadnezzar was confused. The story happened that they bundled the 3 boys to the fire. Reaching near the fire, the flame alone killed the 6 soldiers that carried them. 6 best trained soldiers. Burned them. But when they threw the 3 boys into the fire, before they jump into the fire, the heaven opened. And the 4th man jumped into the midst. And the fire became air conditioned. They were walking around the fire. Nebuchadnezzar said, What am I seeing? How many people? He went to school immediately. Did we not throw 3 people? But there are 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Count it well. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4, 3, 2, 1. 2, 3, 1, 4. Anyway he counted it, 4. My people, stand forth. If you keep your faith, God will keep your life. Nebuchadnezzar, the eyes open. He said, by the way, that number 4 man is like the Son of God. It's changing. He said, Shadrach, Meshach, he's not calling them with a harsh voice now. Shadrach, Meshach, Abednego, can you come out? I perceive they told the king, oh king, we can stay here for a while. Said, come out! Come out, come out, come out. Okay. They came out. Came to the king. The king smelled their dress. No smoke. Nothing. Smelled their hair. Nothing. He said, of a truth. Of a truth. Of a truth. But where is number 4 man now? I perceive they said to the king, he's gone. Gone where? He has gone to CPM. To stand for anyone that will not bow down is here. That 4th man is here. For any man, the devil has set a trap to worship idol. The 4th man is standing by you. No fire will consume you. No fire in the air or land or sea will consume you. No weapon fashioned against you will prosper. Stand forth. Are you breathing? Are you alive? There are certain statements that Jesus made. Maybe we don't understand. Jesus looked at disciples from head to toe and said, boys, because I live, you will live. If you pass through the fire, it will not burn you. He is the Alpha and the Omega, the first and the last. Give him praise. We shall never worship Mammon. You know, some people are dying for their God that cannot save. They tie bomb on their waist. They blow themselves. And I tell you, immediately they are in hellfire. No two ways, no bending. Straight. That God can never save. Lesson number 2. Read 4 and 5. Mark 3 verses 4 and 5. Read.
And he said unto them,
He said unto them,
is it lawful to do good on the Sabbath days?
Is it lawful to do good or evil on the Sabbath?
Or to do evil?
Or to do evil?
To save life?
To save life?
Or to kill?
Or to kill life?
But they held their peace.
They held their, everyone said they held their peace. Can I say to you as your pastor? Is anybody listening to me? All your enemies will be quiet. Their mouth will be zipped. Wide mouth must be closed. That person, that agent of Satan, that opened his or her mouth too wide, that mouth is closed. They hold their what? This is the first week in April. This is your month of resurrection now. Their mouth will be closed. They will watch you rise. It's not your fault. I say it's not your fault. They may not like this kind of preaching, but it's not my fault. I am preaching the Bible. Read again that verse.
And he said unto them, is it lawful to do good?
Is it lawful to do good?
On the Sabbath days.
On the Sabbath day. You know, in chapter 2, he just finished Sabbath palaver. Now, another Sabbath. Jesus do some good. Do good. And they were annoyed. They set that trap. And they want to catch Jesus. Jesus said, is it good or evil to do something in Sabbath day? Is it good to do good in Sabbath day or to do evil? Read.
Or to do evil.
Or to do evil.
To save life.
To save life.
Or to kill.
Or to kill.
But they held their peace.
Quiet. Okay, see the second lesson.
And when he had looked round about on them with anger.
That's second lesson. He looked round what? About. Oh, you are not following. He looked from right to the left. Round about. Oh. Front and back. He looked round about. How?
With anger.
With anger. Why? Why anger? Second lesson. The looking of Jesus with anger. These are the people who are supposed to teach others. See what they are doing. And Jesus look at them. Can you imagine coming to a church like this? And the church will be doing funny thing. And Jesus come at the altar. He look at the pastors. Look at the elders. Look at them with anger. That church is closed then. It's happening today. Many places of worship, they are not worshiping Jehovah. And Jesus is looking with anger. What are they doing? Look at this one. Jesus is looking with anger. Why? These are the people who ought to stand. They are now yielding to temptation. They are now yielding to traps of the devil. Even in the church. Devil is not feared, you know. He brings his trap in the church. And Jesus is angry. Devil will like to tempt you with the trap of temptation. That you may give chance to the enemy. Are you tempted to the extent that you have given chance to the devil? It's quite okay to be angry against the devil. I'm telling you, there's nothing that makes me to be so sad is than when I see something that is quite godly and is twisted. If you see white, you call it black. It's annoying. Among Christians, they are yielding to temptation and they call it the way of life. One young man was asked, "Why do you talk lie?" One young man blows on lies. He talk lie. And they ask him, "Why do you talk lie?" Why? You know what he said? He said, "Lie is the present help in the time of trouble." Why do you talk lie? He said, "It's the present help in the time of trouble." That may be your case. You talk lie to escape some trouble, to escape some temptation, to escape on my shell. Jesus looked and saw them in traps of temptation, and he was angry. You have overcome this trap. The second trap, the trap of deception. Some people are deceived. They believe lie. Because of flippant tongue, sweet tongue, they deceive so many. Young girls, hear your pastor. That man may come to you with a bulldozing tongue, telling you that he is just coming from New York. He's just coming from conference, world conference. Of the journalists. I met one, unfortunately. He didn't know that I know him. We met somewhere. He was talking to somebody. I was hearing what he was saying. He was with one big madam lady. He was holding the lady. And the man said, "Where are you coming from now?" He first of all said to me, "Ezekiel, oh, long time no see." I said, where are you?" He said, "I'm just coming back from United States after pharmaceutical meeting." We went on pharmaceutical meeting on pharmacy. And just from there, this man, this boy, I don't think he never entered even secondary school. Because he's holding a big lady. So that the big lady will look at, yes, I have a man. Deception. Is there anybody here deceived? They can deceive you in marriage. They can go and take car hire service and pass your way and wave on you. And coming to you, he stop and wind down the glass. Say, "Do you know me?" I'm just from the office of United Nations. I am their accountant general. Go and sit down, you a deceiver. And you, my sister, because you yielded yourself to that trap, you fall in. Well, if that story is true or not, but I like to use it. In a dancing hall, they were dancing, and some ladies and people are dancing. And one lady was dancing and jiving. And one man said, "I must marry this one. Her! I must marry her." And he approached the lady. By and large, the spirit of foolishness. From there, they went, in overseas, you can marry along the road. You can just stand on the road and marry. And you can divorce on the road. No trouble. And when he took the lady inside in the night, the man was ready to take his girl. And the girl said, "Excuse me, let me clean up." And the woman began to take artificial nose out. Artificial nose out. artificial hair out, artificial finger out, everything artificial. Even the buttock, artificial. When he removed all the removable, when he removed everything, he came out as a skeleton. The man said, "Who is this?" What am I seeing? When the man discovered that khaki is not leather, he said, "From now, get out of my house." Marriage ended. Are you deceived? Because of money? Because of what? Do you know that Demas was deceived? Because he loved this world. Hey, what can separate me from the love of God? What? Well, I have talked about temptation, deceit. Let me talk another one. Trouble. Tribulations. Jesus said in the world, Satan can bring tribulation to you to knock you off. It's a trap. It's a trap. Hit you, buffet you. And when it is too hard, you will say, God understands. God no understand anything of such. Apostle Paul said, what can we say on these things? Is there any trap of temptation on your way? Any trap of deception? Any trap of tribulation, even in your business? My brother, my sister, that business that is tumbling, listen to the third lesson. Third, read verse 5 again, 4 and 5. The third lesson is for you. I am speaking to somebody here. The first one, stand. Second one, what? Huh? The looking of Jesus. Where is Jesus seeing you? What is he seeing in your life? Temptation overcoming you? Deception overcoming you? Oh, tribulation, you can't help it. And Jesus looked with what? Anger. All these things cannot overcome you, my boy. Cannot overcome you. Stand on the truth. He that is in you is greater. The third one. Read verse 5.
Look round about on them with anger.
With anger.
Being grieved for the hardness of their heart.
Being grieved with the hardness of their heart.
He said unto the man.
He said unto the man.
Stretch forth thy hand.
Listen. Every one of you must take this. Stretch forth your
Stretch forth thy hand. And he stretched it out.
He stretched it out. Go ahead.
And his hand was restored.
His hand was restored.
Whole as the other.
Whole as the other. Stop there. This is the final one, and we shall pray. I say to you, to every one of you, to every head here, stretch forth your hand. What does that mean? Devil succeeded to shrink your hand of prosperity. so that you will not handle money or count money. You will not handle blessing because your hand is paralyzed. Stretch forth your hand and receive the blessings of God. Stretch forth your hand and begin to give to God. Stretch forth your hand and begin to give to the poor. Stretch forth your hand and begin to lay it upon the sick, and they will recover. Stretch forth your hand of righteousness. Don't mingle in sin anymore. Stretch forth your hand of power. Stretch forth your hand of righteousness. You see, this hand is in your soul. It's not ordinary hand. Jesus looked at them with anger. He was looking at their soul. Why do you give chance to the devil to tempt you, to seduce you, to deceive you? Then he said, stretch forth your hand, O soul. Why do you allow your hand of your soul to be withered? Why? Why do you lose hope? Answer me, my people. Why do you lose hope? Stretch forth your hand and receive the abundant blessings of God. I wish I will do more than this. If you know what is in this my heart, I don't know. May God help. Every withered hand here is commanded to be stretched. Every paralyzed business here is commanded to be revived. Every paralyzed prayer here, you can pray again. Devil paralyze your hand, you can lift it up again. Every paralyzed prayer here, I command you by the authority of Jesus. Stretch forth your hand. Be quickened. I say be quickened. The bones shall rise. Tacha posoturupa kandele makamashulaba. Soturupa kandele mashandele mababa chinele machundoloba. Devil is a liar. He's a liar. He's a compound liar. Devil plagued you with sadness of heart. Stretch forth your hand and receive the fullness of joy. You must go home here with joy. You must go home with happiness. The hand of your soul is stretched. Stand on the mill. Stand here. Why do you give chance to the devil? Stretch forth your hand. Nobody here will go out from this door with a paralyzed hand. Show me your hand. Show me your hand. Show me your hand. Stretch it out. Show that hand. You see this hand? You see this hand? Listen to your pastor. This hand, this hand, this hand, we heal the sick. This hand, this hand, this hand, we clap for God. This hand, this hand, this hand, this hand. We count thousand, million. This hand, we chop salad, everything. This hand. Thank God that you are in the service today. The first Sunday in April. It's a sign of resurrection. Straight for their hand. He's alive. He's alive. Jesus Christ is alive. Straight for their hand. Finally, and the hand was what? Restored. Listen to me, listen. Look at me. I stand as your pastor and as God's servant to say to you, first of all, I say to Satan and his demons, hey, let my people go. And to you, receive your restoration. Do you know, Satan thinks that he has finished Job. Kill his children, destroy his business and money, even his health. As a matter of fact, one of his friends, Job's friends, said, Job denied this God. Even angels are not pure before him. You can't stand. His own wife came to him and said, my husband, enough is enough. Deny this God and die. Let all this trouble stop. Now, dying will not stop trouble. Job will look at the wife and say, are you also a fool? You are speaking like one of those fools. Mrs. You know, if we receive good things from God, why not evil? But let me tell you, Mrs. The just, I know my Redeemer liveth. And devil saw all these things. I perceive he said to God, I throw in towel. I surrender to Job. Job won. God look at him. Did I not tell you? You can't win Job. You can't defeat Job. Who is that person that devil cannot defeat? And God said, now I come. I will restore to him 7 times. You are going out here being restored 7 times. If you are the one, jump up. If you are the one. Begin to thank him.